You're already an entrepreneur or you're thinking about being an entrepreneur and leaving the 9 to 5 lifestyle behind, make sure you don't make any of these mistakes that I'm going to talk about in this video. You don't want to make these dumb mistakes that I made. Let's talk about it. Let me show you how to make money online like this. Now, if you want to make your first $500 online, and I'm going to show you for absolutely free, click the link in the description and I'll show you how to make your first $500 online while you sleep, even if you just started today. I'll see you there. Welcome to this video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Also, let me know in the comments where you are from. Now, if you're watching this video, you are either thinking about becoming an entrepreneur or you're already an entrepreneur, or either or. You're thinking about it or you want to be one, right? Now, I'm going to make sure that you don't make the mistakes that I talk about in this video because I made some crazy mistakes that really understand this. The biggest mistake that you can make as an entrepreneur is to come out thinking that you don't need to know how things work. That's one of the biggest mistakes that you can make. And that's a mistake that I made also, but I'm not going to cover that in this video. I'll cover that in another video. The biggest mistake that I made in the beginning of being an entrepreneur, and it literally costed me lots of time, lots of money. And the reason it costed me lots of money is because of the mistakes that I made in the beginning. I made a lot of mistakes. But that thing is, and I have my notes over here, I thought when I became an entrepreneur, that I had to, do a bunch of things to create multiple streams of income, right? And that's a mistake. That's a mistake. So if you're in a situation like I am going to save you so much money and so many years off of your life just from this one thing, I'm going to talk about it, right? So we all see gurus, we all see people that look successful, right? We all see them all over the internet, right? Whether they're driving Lamborghinis, whether they're driving, BMWs, whether they're driving Mercedes, Bentleys, whether they have the biggest house, the private jets, no matter what it is, we all see those people. Now, when you decide to become an entrepreneur and you look at those people, the first thing that you see amongst most of those people is they talk about having multiple streams of revenue. Comment below a number 1 if you've heard someone say that they have multiple streams of revenue. Now, when I first heard multiple streams of revenue, I thought like, ooh, that's the goal, right? I want to have multiple streams of revenue, right? So again, this also goes back to me not finding out and understanding how things work. It's very, very, very crucial that before you even start to spend any money or run any ads or do anything like that, that you discover how things work. Now, if you want to discover how things work, I have Digital Wealth Academy. That's where I learn how things work, but I'm not going to talk about that. But click the link below if you want to get access. So multiple streams of revenue. I thought that, what these entrepreneurs were doing is they were going here, starting one thing. Before that gets to the level that they want to take it, they're going to go over here and start something else. So now they're giving half attention to this and half attention to this. And this is literally what I thought. This is what I thought, right? And then now that they have 2 streams of revenue, now they're going to go out and start something else. And then now they're going to give half, even less attention to this, and now even less attention to the third thing. And then I honestly thought for years, that's how entrepreneurs create multiple streams of revenue. Boy, was I wrong. Because what ended up happening is I started one thing, didn't even really put the energy, the time, the effort, the money into this thing before I went and started the next thing. right? And I was the person that literally, and and you may be thinking like this too, but I'm telling you, this is wrong. And I'm going to tell you the right way to do it. But I literally thought that this is how entrepreneurs were becoming millionaires. They were doing multiple different things, but not paying attention, or at least 100% attention to anything. I literally thought this is how I worked, right? But again, I came in this not knowing how things work. And I'm going to keep saying that because that is the crucial part of becoming successful, making money online. You got to know how things work. You have to know how things work. And if you don't know how things work, you're going to spend unnecessary money. You're going to make unnecessary mistakes. And you are going to not create the business that you want to create that's going to change, or that you want to change your life. Now, how is it possible for me to be a successful entrepreneur if I'm literally starting new things every week, every single week? And I got to a point to where it was literally insane. Like, I like to call myself having a shiny object syndrome, because that's how I picked the next vehicle. I would literally, like I said, start those two things. I'll get on Instagram. I'll see somebody else doing something that sounded great to me. And I'll say, you know what? That looks easy. Let me do that too. And I'll go ahead, invest into that. And now I got three things. I'm not putting any energy or 100% effort into anything. So what happens when you do that is the first thing that you start, it ends up not working. The second thing you start probably ends up again not working. The third thing you start, you're not even motivated because the first two things that you started didn't work. So you're not even motivated. So now you end up going from trying or starting 3 to 4 different things, and now back in a place where you're like, damn, what do I do now? And this is exactly how I started as an entrepreneur. But the thing that I want you to know again, and yes, I'm going to say it again, I did not know how things worked. I didn't know how to grow an audience. I didn't know how to create content. I didn't know how to sell or recommend. I didn't know how to get traffic. How can I make money online if I don't know the most crucial things that you have to know in order to start and grow a business? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just not. So here's the right way to become an entrepreneur. The right way to become an entrepreneur is the very first thing you have to do is pick one thing. One thing. Literally. One thing. Now I know, I hear you, and this is exactly how I felt. Well, if I pick one thing, it's going to take time for it to work. Listen, no matter what you pick, it's going to take time to work. It's going to take time to grow. You don't want to, and see, you know what? Let me just, a side note, right? The reason so many people want things to work so fast, and the reason people run from, doing the work is because of Instagram, TikTok, social media. Think about it. You post a video on TikTok and you get instant likes, instant views. You post a video on Instagram, you get instant likes. I don't even think IG even stands for Instagram. I believe IG stands for instant gratification, because that's what everybody's looking for. People are looking for microwave success, and it does not work like that. It does not work like that. You have to pick a vehicle and stick with it. Make it work. If it's not working, make it work. Now, the second thing, you got to discover how things work. Period. You have to. There's no way around it. There's no way around discovering how things work. If you want to make money online, you're going to have to know how to grow an audience. You're going to have to know how to create content, whether that's content with you showing your face or whether that's content without you showing your face. You're going to have to know how to do those things. You're going to have to know how to brand yourself. You're going to have to know how to create your avatar, how to create and design a person that you're going to create all your messaging and all of your marketing specifically for. You're going to have to learn these things. And this is the reason why people just sit back and worry and think about it and never do anything about it. But not only do you have to pick that one vehicle and stay with that one vehicle, you have to literally make that one thing successful, and the money you make from this one vehicle, take that money to start the second stream of income. And then now, once you could see, listen, everything that I talk about is all systematic. In a few of one of my latest videos, I showed you two of my advertisements that were literally working for me while I was creating a video for you. Working for me. That means that I have a system right now that's bringing me traffic, that's bringing me sales, that's bringing me leads, that's getting people interested in having people find out. People that don't know who I am, they're finding out more about me while I'm creating these videos. Now, if you want that to happen, but you don't know how to do it, how is it going to happen? How? It's not just going to happen. The craziest thing that I see, man, is when, people talk about manifesting. People really think that all you have to do is sit down in a dark room, close your eyes, do this for about 3 hours, and everything that you want is just going to magically come to you. The one thing that they don't talk about is you have to do something. You have to learn something. You have to invest something. Or you're going to be delirious and just sit there and do this every day. It's going to make you upset. Why do you think the law of attraction does not work for everyone? Because when the movie The Secret came out, all they told people was to think about what you want, feel good, feel positive all day, every day, and everything that you want is just going to magically come to you. And everybody followed that. And it did not work for a lot of people, but it did work for some people. The people it did work for were smart enough to know, I have to take some action on something in order for something to happen. I have to. So at the end of the day, leave the shiny object syndrome alone. Leave the stuff that sounds easy alone. I would suggest that you go into something that sounds like it's going to challenge you. It's going to put you in a situation where you're going to have to learn and you're going to have to grow. But I'm telling you, when you do something, when you start off with something easy, it's going to be hard as hell later on. Because a lot of people start business and they get lucky. They get lucky. I got lucky. The first thing I put out there, it worked. That spoiled me. It made me feel like, damn, I got it. I got the sauce. But the second thing I put out there didn't work. Now I'm sitting back and I'm stuck. Now all the confidence that I had before is gone. And that's how this goes. Like, if you want to leave your job, if you want to travel the world, if you want to be, to have the power, the validation, if you want to be looked at, if you want attention, if you want everybody to look at you and say, you know what, I admire you. You did it. I'm proud of you. Pick one vehicle. Learn how it works. That means invest to learn how it works. Take action, massive action, and watch what happens. No matter what, and this means that no matter what else sounds good to you, because there's going to be some other things that's going to sound good to you while you've picked your one vehicle. There's going to be. Look, I like to say this. I believe every human being with a pulse and a heartbeat in this world needs to set up a systematic way to make money online while they sleep. Period. I don't think that there's one person on this earth that does not need to have a systematic way to make money. Why? Because at some point in all of our lives, we feel lazy. We don't feel like doing nothing. Look, the way I create these videos, I literally will sit one day and create like 10 videos. I don't even change my clothes. I don't care. I sit back and I create 10 of these videos and I post them out for the next 10 days. But during those 10 days, I get to focus on other things. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because I literally make sure that when I'm focused on one thing, I'm focused on one thing. And that is the biggest mistake that I made as an entrepreneur. I tried to focus on 20 things. Don't get bamboozled like I did. Focus on one thing. Grow that one thing. And don't move on until that one thing allows you to have enough money to be able to take a percentage of that money and start something else. And if you do that, when you do that, you'll be a money-making machine and not even know how you're doing it. A money-making machine. Now, if you want to be able to make your first $500 online while you sleep, click the link in the bio, and I'm going to show you 100% free exactly how to create your first $500 online while you sleep. Now, if you're skeptical, if you're not a believer, if you don't have confidence, then this is not for you. I'm not looking for any tire kickers. I'm literally not looking to, I'm not looking to work with everyone. I'm looking to work with you if you're serious. If you're at a 9-to-5 job and you know that you're capable of more, but you don't know what to do and you don't know how to get there, I'm looking to help you. So click the link in the bio. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.